Last weekend we spent one night at Bell Tent Villages in Nottingham, and honestly I really regret it. We definitely should have gone for at least 2. When 14 people across 4 generations go camping, you know it's going to be a good time. We stayed in the apartment tent, so it has 2 massive bedrooms with 8 beds in each, and its own little cute back garden with a barbecue and this big table in where we all sat and ate breakfast and dinner. So when we first got there we settled in a little bit and then walked across the road to the country park. The first activity we did when we got there was the Sky Trail. Can you believe I asked a woman, are we too big for this? No, we were certainly not too big for this, because not only was it loads of fun, some parts were actually quite tricky and scary, and my brother kept challenging us to do it with no hands. Keep watching to see more of this boy's antics. They do have a younger kids version of this as well, which you can do from 3, but Amaya wasn't too sure about that. So next we moved on to mini golf, and who knew that could provide so much entertainment? By the way, these activities are actually really reasonably priced. You can get an activity day pass for £20, and it includes a Sky Trail, mini golf and archery combat. Unfortunately, archery combat was full when we were there, but it looked so funny. I don't know if you can see a little bit in the background, but it's basically a cross between paintball and archery. After mini golf we made our way back over to the Bell Tent Village, and then it was time for some outdoor games. One thing about my family is we love to play games. Here's Amaya and Jules cheating at egg and spoon race and leaving the poor grandmas behind. 2 more things I love about staying here. There's loads of outdoor seating space, and it's so clean, and you know that's just not something you expect when you go camping, but look at these toilets. Then Uncle Kane got the Barbie started whilst we all carried on playing. By the way, Amaya is a world-class cheater at Snap, I'm telling you. It warms my heart watching these clips back, because it was just such a wholesome family trip, you know what I mean? Like loads of nice little moments and just all around like a good atmosphere and such a good time. Even if you don't like them, I feel like an essential during a camping trip is toasting marshmallows. But some of us were better at this than others. They do have an actual fire pit where you can do this, by the way. Thanks to the tent having electricity, we could put the babies to bed with the baby monitors on, and then we started to play more games. We watched a pretty sunset and it felt like a whole family sleepover at this point. A little bit of stargazing before bed because the skies are so clear around there. Surprise, surprise, look who ended up in my bed. Having a cup of tea in bed before my 3-year-old wakes up is one of life's greatest pleasures. And taking all the grandparents away with you means so many babysitters. We had a nice chill morning and a full English breakfast before we went back over to the country park again to do loads more activities. Well, as chill as it can be with toddlers. So the first thing on the agenda today were these kids' mini Land Rovers that Amaya and Jules was so excited to go on. It's embarrassing how many times I told Amaya to straighten up as if she's supposed to know what that means when using a steering wheel. Neither Amaya nor Jules wanted Uncle Kane to get in their Land Rover, and I wonder why. But he still found a way to join us. After this, we walked round to the bit where they do the water sports. A few of us decided to do kayaking and paddleboarding. I decided to do kayaking because I just thought there's no way I'm going to be able to paddleboard, and I knew I'd end up in that dirty River Trent. The funny thing is, as soon as we got in that kayak, our bums got wet, whereas my mum on the paddleboard managed to stay dry. Can't quite say the same for Ray, unfortunately, who struggled to get the hang of it, let's just say. It was actually really peaceful doing a bit of kayaking though, I enjoyed it. And finally, Ray managed to stand up. We freed the grandparents from the babysitting duties for a little while and had a play on the park with Amaya. I sustained too many injuries that day, you know. But anyway, it was about 26 degrees outside. It was such a nice sunny day. Even if you don't want to do the activities, you can walk around the lake, you can just sit and chill in the park. If you haven't already seen it, you need to go to our profile and watch that full video. And finally, we did the lagoon wipeout. This was so funny. We don't have any actual footage of us doing it, but you can see the course here. So obviously I ended up in the River Trent anyway with maybe a mild concussion, but an ice cream afterwards made it all better. Guys, go and stay at Bell Tent Villages. You'll have the best time ever.